Good morning, USA. I've got a feeling that it's going to be a wonderful day because you're here on This Nuts 52 watching another installment of Brainbuster. Now, I ask you, dear viewer, have you ever heard of the animated surrealist dark comedy called The Amazing Digital Circus? Probably not. It hasn't seen much publicity or fanfare, and in fact, I only stumbled upon it by chance. But, if you'll indulge me, I would like to take you on a journey. A journey through examination, dissection, and analysis of this truly special piece of media. Now, among the few people who have stumbled upon this piece of media, there seems to be a certain perception of it. A perception that, due to its appearance, it is a lighthearted children's cartoon. Now, believe me and my analytical brain here on Brainbuster, I was able to deduce that The Amazing Digital Circus is much darker than that, and it goes much deeper than that. You see, animation is cinema. And here, we're going to do a little film analysis. Now, it opens with a video game loading screen. Now, this may confuse and mislead a great number of viewers, because many would be led to believe that they were watching a YouTube video and not playing a video game. But in fact, I theorize that the presence of this opening indicates something much deeper about the Amazing Digital Circus. Now, the sequence goes on to show a colorful assortment of characters designed like video games. Like, you have Kane, who's the ringmaster of the Amazing Digital Circus, and he doesn't look like a normal person like me or you watching this. He's like a denture guy with eyes and is dressed like a ringleader, which would make sense because he's the ringleader of the Amazing Digital Circus. But I only point this out because it hints at something going on here in the plot. If you pay close attention, you'll see that everything is not as it seems. Because while this colorful assortment of characters are doing their theme opening, which, may I add, is very light, upbeat, and gives a perception that it is an innocent kids show, while confusing viewers into thinking that it is a video game. Through my thorough analysis, I have been able to determine that it is a YouTube video. But while this theme sequence is playing, a certain character pops into existence in this setting, this digital circus. Now, unlike the other characters who seem to have the MO down that they are in an amazing digital circus, this character seems to not understand. They seem to be just as confused as the audience is. So Kane, the ringleader, explains to Pomni that she is in the Amazing Digital Circus. Now, I would like to make a point here, as he says, Amazing Digital Circus. Now, I don't know about you, but the circuses I've been to are not digital. They do not have that adjective applied. In fact, they are very much real life. But it seems what this show is insinuating is that there is something to do with that digital in the name. And then Cain tells Pomni to pick a name. And then this facilitates Pomni realizing that she doesn't know her name. Why would this be? Well, we'll get to that. Now, after this, Cain proposes that he ostensibly sends them on a quest of sorts, a mission, a journey, where they have to gather the loinks. Now, if you were as astute of an observer as I was watching this, you'd realize that gloinks isn't a word. No. It's a made-up word. As if this isn't happening in real life. Now put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. But as I was saying, Cain puts them on a mission to gather the gloinks. He uses the word hash brown to describe them, but they do not resemble hash browns, nor do they act in the same manner that hash browns would in this situation. So, upon analysis, I had deduced that this didn't really hint at any greater plot. It was just a demonstration of that the show is unfunny. But we'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to that. Now, to surmise the rest of the plot, let's just say, Pomni is shown around the Amazing Digital Circus, and they gather the gloinks, and Cain comes back, and they have a dinner, and it's all very great, and it's cheery, it's a cartoon, it's for kids. But there's one detail that, in that brief recap, I failed to mention. The detail that Pomni is trying to find an exit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Most circuses have an exit. It's generally thought of as something that circuses have. Typically, when you're done at a circus, you use the exit to leave. But it seems as if Pomni is unable to do this. In fact, she opens a door that says exit, and she's transported to some sort of office area that the physicality of the environment would not indicate that it could exist. This leads me to believe only one thing, that the Amazing Digital Circus does not take place in real life. And here's another brain buster for you, back to back. I've been leading up to this. The Amazing Digital Circus. Think about it. The opening is a video game opening. All the characters don't look like people. They look like cartoons or video games. And there's even a line where Cain proposes that Pomni is suffering from something that he dubs digital hallucinations. Now, I personally would not consider it a stretch to assume that everything happening in the show is a hallucination, considering that stuff like this doesn't happen in real life. But he says digital hallucination. So let's think about this. The environments cannot exist in real life, as we've examined through the door. The opening is a video game opening. The title is Amazing Digital Circus. All the characters look like video game characters. And Kane suggests to Pomni that she's suffering from digital hallucination. Now, I know you may be confused. You may be lost as to what the conclusion to all this is. But that's why I am here. I am here to articulate the connection that many have not made. I know this is a stretch, but upon looking at all the evidence, analyzing the entire show, I am led to believe that the Amazing Digital Circus takes place in a video game. Now this is some dark stuff, because personally, I would not want to be transported into a video game. I mean, video games suck. That'd be really bad and scary. And I think Pomni, our protagonist, is in the same boat. I think she'd agree that this is bad and scary. And I know my theory may be a bit of a stretch, but I think that if you take the chance to look at this very underground piece of media, if you give it a chance and really think about what's happening, look into it, really delve into the pieces that you're given, I think that when you put the puzzle together, the Amazing Digital Circus takes place in a video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this installment of Brain Buster. If you have any other brain busting ideas, leave them in the comments and maybe there'll be a video. Alright. Well, as I said in the beginning, I had a feeling, and that feeling is certainly validated by the fact that this was an amazing day. Wonderful day. Fuck. Later.